Hello internet friends, Napyet here. Now this is not going to be a rant. I can't get truly annoyed enough about computer games to truly go on a rant. But man, I just tried to log into Anthem again and got this error message. Servers are down. So a week into the game, servers are still coming up and down, connection problems, getting booted from the game. Let's check. Let's see the server status. According to Bioware, how are the servers doing? Servers are up, are they? They're not, you know. I do want to say as well that I really like Anthem. I've been playing it through all the bugs, battling bugs. I've been fighting the scar and I've also been fighting bugs because at its core, I like the core gameplay, I like the world, and I like the exosuits and how they control. It's fun, core gameplay. But anyone who's been watching my streams over the past week or so will have seen me encounter numerous bugs, and the more I play Anthem, it seems like the more stuff goes wrong with the game. If the servers aren't down, then I'm encountering bugs where missions don't complete. I'm just fortunate that someone in my chat knew a solution that I was able to fix and complete a mission. Otherwise, that would have been 20 minutes wasted on a mission. I've got one stronghold in my log of quests that I can do that lists as completed. Even though you're supposed to be able to repeat these quests, I can't do that particular stronghold anymore. There is a fix for that, a workaround, but at this stage I can't be asked doing it. There have been numerous updates, so you think they would have fixed that at this stage. No, it's still in my log as completed. You can't do that anymore. I mean, I thought when I did my first impressions video after about 15 hours, I think, playing the game or so, that was a good chunk of time to check whether or not a game is buggy, you know, and I encountered a couple of bugs, but nothing game breaking, nothing too bad, and it didn't mar my enjoyment. After a week or so of playing this game, the bugs have started to accumulate to the point where I'm getting pissed off with the game, and I'm someone who really likes the game. I wasn't put off initially by issues in the beta, because it's beta. I wasn't put off in the early access. There were a few bugs, but not enough to really make me loathe the game as some people seem to. But unfortunately, as time goes on, more and more of these videos that I'm seeing of people complaining about Anthem, I'm starting to sympathize more and more and starting to feel a little bit that way myself. I can't help it. I'm giving the game a fair shake. I really enjoy it, and I would like to keep playing it. I can't at the moment because the servers are down. There was emergency maintenance the other day. As launches go, it's not the worst launch ever, but as time goes on, things just seem to be getting worse. Now the game is actually bricking people's PS4s. If you haven't read about that, I'll link to an Inside Gaming video all about that. It's actually causing people's PS4s to shut down and in some cases not to restart. I mean, as bugs go, that's next level. That's like, there are bugs that you can do workarounds like the mission thing that I mentioned, but then actually shutting down someone's PlayStation to the extent that Sony is offering refunds for the game. So, my own experience is one of frustration at the moment, and I'm one of the fortunate ones. I'm on PC in this case, and it hasn't destroyed my system. As I say, I can't really go on rants because I don't get emotional enough about games. I kind of see them as a pastime, and I see them as not the most important thing in life, and I can't summon the energy to really get annoyed with games. If I really feel that a game is pissing me off to a great extent, then I'll simply stop playing it. But I really wanted to do this video because it seems to be an odd situation that I'm in right now, in that I really want to like a game, but the game is making it really hard for me. And I can't think of another situation. I'm sure there have been, but none spring to mind where you really love a game. Maybe Star Wars Galaxies. In the early days of that game when it first released, it was buggy as hell, but I stuck with it because I really loved it. And that's how I feel about Anthem at the moment. But should you stick with it? I'm older now. I've experienced this a few times. Like, why am I sticking with Anthem? It's not like this is the early day of MMOs where there's a lot of experimentation going on. Things are being tried for the first time. This is a polished game from a developer that's experienced in massively multiplayer games. Tor. They know what they're doing. This is Bioware. And is there an excuse for this level of kind of, we have to say it, it feels incompetent in certain ways. Server issues, glaring mission bugs, problems with hardware, PS4. The fact that seems particularly egregious to me. Should I continue to play Anthem? I'm curious what you guys are feeling at the moment. Well, how are you finding the game? Are you encountering these bugs, and how do they make you feel? Do you want to stick with it? Or is it getting too much for you at this stage? I'm really curious to find out what people are thinking, because I think a lot of people who've watched my Anthem videos are Anthem fans like me. And are you feeling similar to this? Like I say, I wasn't feeling this early on. I felt this game has potential. This game plays well. I can see them taking this places. I'm interested in the world. I like the gameplay, but man, I'm really, really feeling conflicted about continuing to play at this stage. It feels like a sloppy product, and I'm just glad that I didn't pay full price for it. People on the PS4 are getting refunds from Sony. This is unprecedented. Sony, game companies in general, but Sony do not give refunds. It's really hard for people to get them. Apparently, particularly in the US, in the EU, we have a few these consumer protections, but in the US, it's particularly difficult to get refunds. So for Sony to be giving refunds as they are, it just speaks to the level of problems that are going on with this game at the moment. I can point to games that I really didn't like from the very start. I don't want to pile on. I don't like that, when you pile on and you kick someone when they're down. But Fallout 76, which doesn't have a good reputation at the moment, I went into that game and I could immediately see there's something missing here. As a Fallout fan, there's stuff here that I'm missing. There's core gameplay loops that are inherent to Fallout that this game doesn't have. It annoys me that it's not there. And what's here for the multiplayer doesn't make up for that lack of depth of the single player. So I knew from the very start with that game. But Anthem's different. Anthem is a game that I really, really have enjoyed playing, and I really want to play it. I want to continue to play it. I want to see what they do with it. But at this stage, I don't know if they don't get their act together. I don't know how long this game is going to be around. And game companies are not going to invest in the future if the now is as bad as it currently is. If people start leaving, if fans like me and perhaps yourselves, if you're encountering or feeling this similar thing, if we start to get to the stage where we start to doubt the fundamental quality of the product, if there are this many problems, then who are they going to be making those updates for? There's going to be no one left. Like I say, I'm really interested in your thoughts on this, so do let me know in the comments. I always go back to MMOs with this stuff and my experience of playing those early on. Back in the day, and buggy mess, bad launch window, kind of just everything going wrong at the start, and the developers are racing to catch up. But it definitely feels different with Anthem. A lot of those old games, you felt that they were experimental and they were really learning as they go. But with Anthem, I definitely feel like this is Bioware, this is EA, this is AAA. This is really high profile, multi-million-dollar launch of a new franchise. And for it to be as shoddy as it feels to me after this period of playing, I don't know. I'm starting to lose a little bit of faith in it. I don't know what's going on over there at Bioware. I'd love to be a fly on the wall and see what's going on. You can't keep the servers up. I mean, this isn't even an MMO with a lot of deep systems. It's instanced content. It's 4 people per instance. No more than that. It's not massively multiplayer, yet the servers are down all the time. I'm getting kicked out of the game. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to vent that. As I say, it's an interesting situation to be in. I don't want to rant. I don't want to pile on to Anthem because, as I say, I enjoy the game and I still have hope for it, but mixed feelings at this stage. I'm so glad that I didn't do a review and I just did a first impressions, and maybe this is why, you should play games for a lot longer before you do a full review of them, because after a week of play I feel very different to how I did after 15 hours of play. I think I'm up to like 60 plus hours in Anthem at this stage, but as I say, it seems to be getting worse as time goes on. I don't know how that happens. But as I say, let me know what you think in the comments. I do want to keep it civil. I do want to keep it reasoned. I'm interested in people who have experienced the game and aren't interested in just piling on. I want to hear your reasoned thoughts about why you dislike the game, why you still have hope in the game, why you love the game and the bugs haven't affected you, and the server downtime, you just think that's par for the course with this type of game. Whatever it is, I'd like to hear it in the comments. I've been Napyet. Thank you for listening to my pseudo rant, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.